There's a big new law shaking things up for retirees, workers, and anyone planning their financial future. It's packed with changes to taxes, Social Security, healthcare, and more. The tricky part: not everything kicks in at once, and some benefits expire in just a few years. Are you ready to plan around these timelines? Let's walk through it together, step by step, so you're not caught off guard. Here's what you need to know in simple, actionable steps. First, if you're still working in a job like hospitality, construction, or any role where you earn tips or overtime, you're in for a nice surprise. Starting with your 2025 tax return, which you'll file in 2026, you can deduct up to $25,000 in tips and $12,500 in overtime pay. But there's a catch. Your income needs to be under $150,000 if you're single, or $300,000 if you're married. This deduction is only good through the 2028 tax year, so you've got 4 years to make it count. Here's the key: you need to track your tips and overtime carefully. The IRS won't do that for you. Are you keeping those records organized? If you're used to estimating, this is the year to get serious about tracking every dollar. Now, for all my friends 65 and older, you're getting a special bonus. Starting in 2025, you can claim an extra $6,000 deduction on top of the standard one. Whether you're fully retired, working part-time, or living off savings, this applies to you. It's a great way to keep more money in your pocket, and it's good through 2028. Imagine what you could do with that extra cash. Maybe a little treat for yourself, or a boost to your savings. Just make sure you're claiming it when you file your taxes. Here's a big one for retirees: changes to how Social Security benefits are taxed. If your income is under $75,000, new deductions starting in 2025 might mean you pay no federal income tax on your Social Security benefits. That could save you hundreds, maybe even thousands each year. But if your income is higher, the old tax rules still apply. Take a look at your total income picture to see if you qualify. Have you checked your income lately? This could be a game changer for your budget. Let's talk about healthcare, because this one's important. If you rely on Medicaid, pay close attention. Starting January 1st, 2027, adults aged 19 to 64 will need to show they're working at least 80 hours a month to keep their benefits. There are exceptions. If you're disabled, a student, or caring for a child under 13, you're covered. But for most, it means extra paperwork and maybe some new hurdles. Plus, federal funding for Medicaid starts shrinking in 2028, so depending on your state, coverage could get tighter. What can you do now? Start exploring other options, like talking to a benefits counselor. It's never too early to plan. And if you're on SNAP or food assistance, new work requirements begin in 2025 for folks up to age 64. The exemption for parents now only applies if your kids are under 14. States with sloppy SNAP management might face penalties by 2028, which could affect how easy it is to qualify. Stay proactive. Reach out to your local benefits office to get ahead of this. For those of you with grandkids, there's good news about the child tax credit. Starting in 2025, it's going up to $2,200 per child. And in 2026, it'll adjust for inflation to keep up with rising costs. You don't need to itemize to claim it, which makes it super easy. If you live in high-tax states like California or New York, the state and local tax deduction cap is jumping to $40,000 in 2025. But if you earn over $500,000, that cap phases out. Just a heads up, this higher cap goes back down to $10,000 in 2030, so plan accordingly. Thinking about going green? If you're eyeing an electric vehicle or home upgrades like solar panels, don't wait too long. The $7,500 federal credit for electric vehicles disappears after September 30th, 2025. Credits for solar panels, home batteries, and energy upgrades start phasing out in 2026. If these are on your radar, acting sooner could save you thousands. Have you been thinking about making your home more energy efficient? Now's the time to crunch the numbers. The Social Security Administration is also stepping up its game. Starting April 14th, 2025, you'll need stronger ID verification to create or access an online SSA account. This is to protect you from fraud, which we all know is a big issue for seniors. Later in 2025, they're launching a pilot program using AI to spot fraud and process claims faster. Don't worry, humans will still make the final calls. Plus, there's an audit program starting in 2025 to catch underpayments. If you've been shorted on your benefits, you might get a nice surprise with a retroactive check. How great would that be? If you or your family are dealing with student loans, here's what's coming. Starting July 1st, 2026, grad students will be capped at $100,000 in borrowing. Professional students like those in law or medical school at $200,000 and Parent Plus loans at $65,000. There's also a new repayment assistance plan on the horizon, but we don't have all the details yet. It's meant to simplify income-driven repayment options, so keep an eye out if you're borrowing for school. And here's something interesting. Colleges with big endowments will face new taxes starting in 2026, with rates up to 8%. That might not hit your wallet directly, but it could affect tuition or financial aid at some schools. One more thing to watch. Starting October 1st, 2025, most federal departments, except Social Security and Defense, will face a 3% budget cut. That could mean slower service, longer wait times for applications, or fewer staff to help you out. At the same time, more money is going toward border enforcement, like expanding the wall and upgrading customs tech. These changes are already rolling out, so you might notice some shifts in how government services work. Here's the big picture. These changes are staggered. Some start now, others in 2025, 2026, or even 2027. That's not by accident. It gives you time to adjust. But it also means you need to know when things happen to plan your taxes, healthcare, or retirement. Feeling a bit overwhelmed? That's okay. You don't need to memorize every date today. Just knowing what's coming puts you way ahead. Stick around, because I've got more tips to share in future videos to keep you prepared. If you're wondering how these changes hit your wallet or your family, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what's on your mind. And if this helped you feel a little more in control, hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop. We've got more updates coming to keep you confident about your retirement. Until next time, take care, and let's keep planning for a secure future together.